Losing weight, it's not just a physical thing. It's here and it's here. Fight through it. You can do it. Don't give up. Hi, the friends.
Hello.
So we have been getting a lot of messages this week. A lot of our viewers who are really struggling, asking for help. We're getting them from all of our social media. So we thought that because there's so many, we can't address all of you separately. We thought we would do a video to help all of you guys out who are struggling right now. So we just wanted to start the video by saying we're really sorry that there's so many of you struggling out there right now. It really does suck. And Kyle and I understand because we've been in your shoes. We struggled for years and years and years, and we would get on track and then we would fall off track. And even during this journey, this is our 6th year, but we've struggled the whole way through. And in the beginning, we were going good for a full year, and then we fell off and we started gaining weight back, and it was really difficult, but we did get back on track. So what we want to say is we understand what it's like to struggle. We've been in your shoes numerous times, and it is possible to get back. It is possible to get back on track. What you have to do is you have to believe that you're worth it. And sometimes when you start getting success, that success is so scary that it throws you off track, because a lot of us believe that we're not worth it. We're not worth the success. We never thought we could get successful because our whole lives we were told that we're never gonna be successful.
And we were just the fat people pretty much our entire lives. This is something new. This is new territory. And new territory is very scary.
And sometimes it can cause struggles, as well as other things. So some of our struggles along the way were, one, we would be doing really well and then we would binge. One of us would binge, and then we would beat ourselves up, and we wouldn't know really. We would think, okay, now it's impossible to get back on track again. Another one was, like I had mentioned earlier, we did really well for about a year, and then we started gaining weight because we were starting to overeat again, and I gained about 10 pounds, and I think Kyle did about the same. I started getting scared, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to go back up to the same size that I was before, but I knew I was on a slippery slope. And those are just a couple of the problems that we had throughout.
We would what we would do, I think, is because we weren't used to being healthy, happy, and successful in our life, and especially with the weight loss, it would really scare us, and we would self-sabotage, I think.
Yeah.
When we would get very close to a goal weight or very close to breaking through some plateau, we would then be afraid, panic, and kind of revert back to what was comfortable, which was the binging, the overeating, the emotional eating, the burying, not dealing with emotions, because that's really what gets brought up when you're changing your life. So yeah, our whole life we've been using food, the beginning of our lives, we've been using food to self-medicate and not deal with emotions or life problems. And when we started to get successful and we started to lose the weight, it kind of like brings up all those emotions that you never had to deal with before. You could avoid with just smothering your whole life with food.
Exactly. Using the food to solve anything. That's what it did all day. So when you don't have that food anymore, it's really scary because you don't know what to turn to. And so you start getting healthy, and we started getting on track, and we were getting successful, and then that got really scary. So we started, like Kyle said, starting to sabotage ourselves. It's normal throughout the course of your journey to get scared, to fail,
to revert back to old habits.
All of that is normal. Every struggle is full of them. If you didn't struggle during your journey, it wouldn't be a journey, and you wouldn't have to worry about any of it, and you wouldn't be watching this video.
And you wouldn't have learned anything either.
No. This journey, yes, you start it for weight loss and to get healthy. Maybe you're really, really overweight and you have to save your life, like Kyle and I had to. But eventually the journey becomes more than that. You will fail. You will fall off. You will revert back to old ways. That's normal, and that actually makes you stronger. Those struggles, if you beat yourself up and you get stuck and you just think, okay, forget it, you're gonna stay stuck. But if you take those struggles and you flip them into a positive, like, okay, yeah, I messed up. Yes, it's gonna be normal to fail along the way. Okay, accept that, and then tell yourself, yeah, I may be failing here, I may have fallen off, but I deserve this. I deserve the success. I am worth the success. I can turn this around.
And if you've backslid and you're right now, you feel like crap and you feel like you've gone back to your old ways and you've messed up your diet, what you need to do right now, and it's very hard to do, but until me and Nicole started doing this, nothing changed, is you need to stop beating yourself up.
Yes, that's the first thing you do. And what you do is you don't say, okay, I'm just gonna finish eating like crap the rest of the week and I'll get back on track next week. What you do is you forgive yourself, you be gentle on yourself, and you get right back on track the instant you realize that you have failed. Okay, I messed up here. I'm gonna eat my normal scheduled meals for the rest of the day.
We had to get out of the everything is messed up or everything is perfect mindset.
Yes.
It's all a part of the journey.
Though those are not problems. If you make them problems, they'll be problems. However, if you say, okay, that's just a challenge to see if I can really do it, well, guess what? I'm going to take that challenge and I can really do it and get right back on your horse. You will get through all of these things.
For instance, you're on your weight loss journey, your diet is on point, you're exercising, and because you're bigger, you're susceptible to ankle, knee, back problems. Let's say you twist your knee or you hurt your knee, right?
Now all exercise is out the window.
Yeah, and I'm going to throw my diet out the window, throw my exercise because of this problem. This is the universe's way of giving you a test.
Yes.
It's going to see if you're ready to move on to the next level. Because if you can't handle a sprained ankle or a twisted knee, guess what? You're not ready to go to the next level.
Yeah, that's...
The world is going to always test you. They're not problems, they're tests and they're lessons to learn. And when you look back at all your so-called problems, after when you've made it to your goal weight, you're going to realize that they were all there to help push you in the right direction.
That is perfectly said. Because if you look at them as problems, they're problems and you're not going anywhere. If you look at them as challenges to see if you're ready for the next step, that's going to propel you forward. All of your struggles are normal. They're part of the journey. Look at them as challenges. It's normal to fail. You actually need to fail in order to go further in this whole weight loss fitness thing. Kyle and I couldn't be here today if we didn't struggle, but what we did was we stopped being negative and beating ourselves up and we took them as challenges and we moved forward.
And guess what? We get a lot of people saying that their partner is unwilling to eat healthy. Guess what? That's not a problem. It's a problem if you look at it that way.
It's a challenge.
It's a challenge. Take it as a challenge.
If you're with your partner, then, and you obviously love each other, then you talk to your partner and you say, hey, I really need to do this.
But I'm not forcing it on you.
Right. So let's come to a compromise. How can we do this so you can eat what you like and I can eat what I need to eat to get healthy?
Can we have chicken fingers and a salad instead of chicken fingers and french fries, right?
Exactly.
Make a compromise.
Can we bake the chicken fingers and make homemade baked fries?
And if they're not willing to compromise or meet you in the middle, then screw them, you need to find a new partner.
You got to look at that relationship. And that's something else that we had to do along the way, which is another struggle, challenge that we faced, was getting rid of relationships that were pulling us down and were pulling us back into that world of being sick and unhealthy. So if you're not around people that are supportive
and that want the best for you, then it might be time
to relook at, it might be time to relook at those relationships And you need to verbalize what you need. Kyle and I had to tell people all the time what we needed for ourselves. You have to be an advocate for yourself because you are worth it. Even if you don't believe it, the more you say it, I'm worth it, you will eventually begin to believe it.
And you know what you can do? If you love them and you know they love you, they're just a stubborn mule. And it's when you talk to them, it's like talking to a brick wall. What you do is lead by example.
Exactly. That's the other thing that we had to do, was just do it. We brought our meals everywhere. We declined going out for certain things.
Sometimes the talking needs to be over and the action needs to start.
Okay, you don't want to go on this journey with me, that's cool, but I'm going on it anyway.
Because guess what? Any guys that are listening to this, when your wife gets hot like this one here, that is the best motivator to get your butt up and get your butt in the gym or get on the treadmill or start eating better or make some lifestyle changes, because you got to keep up with your partner because they are going to blow you out of the water.
So if you start leading by example and you start getting in good shape and you're loving it and you're happy and you're feeling good, your partner is going to follow.
Trust us. If you are a strong leader and you lead by example, you will be amazed at all the people around you. Your kids, your husband, everyone's going to be like, I want to be like mom. I want to be like dad. I want to, you know, they're going to follow. People follow strong leaders, and you don't, if the talking's going nowhere, like we said, lead by example. You have to just
do it. And what Kyle brought up about being injured earlier, we've had many injuries along the way. And before, we would have let them stop us. Now, you use your judgment. I recently just had an injury where my whole hip was seized up and I had a really difficult time not being in pain. I was in pain for a whole week. I couldn't really sleep, bend, do anything, but I still trained the whole time. I just used my judgment. I used body weight instead of weights. I didn't train the part that was strained. You can work around it. You might have to fully take some time off to rest, and that's okay. Do what your body is telling you need, but don't use it as an excuse.
I've torn my rotator cuffs in both shoulders plenty of times.
He's trained through
now the whole before thing. When I was bigger and I was in the victim mindset, I would sit and do nothing and just eat and gain weight and feel sorry for myself, feel bad for myself. Now, you know, last year when I had a torn rotator cuff, I couldn't do some upper body exercises. What I could do, all leg exercises.
Yep.
I could do chest. I could do pretty much everything except back and shoulders.
Yeah, you do what you can.
Yeah.
You just do what you can and work around the rest. And one of the biggest things that you have to do is get rid of the excuses, because that goes along with the challenge. If you can't accept the challenge, if you look at it as a problem, you're not ready. If you have an excuse, if you're letting excuses keep you stuck or fall off track, you're not ready for the next step. So you have to kick the excuses out of your life. That is major. Get rid of the excuses. Your partner's not supportive, you have an injury, whatever it is, you have kids and you have a hard time finding time to exercise, whatever it is, if you want it, if you're ready for the next step, you will do it. And you know, that's a bit of tough love, but we had to put that on ourselves too.
Like
we had to get rid of the excuses. I'm
dealing with a major problem right now where if I walk into a public gym, I'm just too good looking. So I get hordes and hordes of people just bothering me through my whole workout.
That must be awful.
It's my cross to bear, and it's a curse that I'm just too damn good looking and I can't go in public anymore, especially in a gym.
So what do you do?
Well, I don't know yet. I haven't figured that out. I don't claim to be perfect.
Put yourself in a bubble.
To relate to most people, that's my problem. I'm just too good looking.
So if you have his problem, I don't know how to help you, but you can do this. You need to get rid of the excuses. If you're gonna move on, you gotta get rid of them. And you're never alone. We're here. We may not be able to get to all of your comments or your cries for help on social media, but we're here in the videos. We're here for you.
We
read them. We're thinking about you. We are here for you always. And all of the people that are down below commenting, everybody that views this, we're all...
That crow, everyone is here to help you.
He just told you to give him a call if you're needing problems solved.
The squawk box.
Everybody, we're all here. Come on, crow. We're all here, including the crow, as a team to support each other. You do not have to struggle alone. You can get through it. Remember?
That crow's a damn troll. He's trolling our video now.
Remember that you are not...
the plane is here to help you. The crow, the lawnmowers, the sirens.
Oh yeah, we had a siren earlier too. Just remember that
the universe is friendly and it's here to help you.
See, the crow is just a challenge. So you just have to keep going.
Push through it.
Yes. Otherwise, I could have made it a problem and just ruined the whole video. But no, see, he's gone now because it was just a challenge. So the friends, remember, you're not alone. Nothing is a problem. It's just a challenge. You can do it. Lead by example. And know that we're throwing all of our love and support at you right now and always. And so we hope that this has helped inspire you to push yourself to get back on track, to keep going, to know that you're thought of, you're cared for, you're not alone.
And know that the journey won't ever at any point be perfect.
And that this is normal. Struggles are normal. So you're normal, baby. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm gonna give you the crow of doom right now. Thanks for watching.
Bye, guys.
Bye.